Oh, look at my hair. I should have looked at that before I went live. Okay. Now, try really hard not to burn myself today, but light some incense. Oh, I gotta mute. Mute. I still have a burn mark on my hand. Look. Can you see it? This is my squirrely idiocy from yesterday. All right, who do we got? Hi, Allie. Hi, Life of Bex. Hi, Justin. Ange, Steven, Steph, Silver, Chris Hunter, Michelle, Swiggity Swootin'. I saw the title. I came immediately. Yay! Hi, Whispering Cauldron, Willow Dragon Dance, Lori. Hi, Kelsey, putting on the glitz. Hi. Victoria, Jewel, Becky, Johnny, Gypsy, Ayla. I'm back from my oh yes, the month of no internet. So do you feel more connected to like everything else besides the internet? Did that help you connect to nature or family or anything like that? Any big life knowledge kind of things you want to lay on us? Let's see. Hi, Misty, Spirit, Becky, Tamara, Kainaria. Hi. So, first of all, yippee. Thank goodness it's Friday and I survived somehow. Absolutely helped me so much with my own personal mental health. Good for you, honey. Good for you. How are you feeling today? Hell week over? Hell yes. Thank the goddess. Hell week is over. I am so glad. And I noticed that next week I am at the main office on Thursday, but then I'm not there the rest of March. Like, oh wait, I think one day, the end of March, one day. And then that's it, 2 days in all of March. For some reason, they skipped my hell week. So yay, so glad. Saged my house last night because the power was out. Ooh. Oh, shoot. I forgot to, I was going to upload to Facebook the picture. So my son took a picture. Joey, you guys know Joey. Hi, Rochelle. Hi, Tar Apple. Alchemy and Jen. Hi. Brenda. Yes, I'm so glad the week is over. I can't even tell you. Yay. So my son took a picture. He said he was Snapchatting, which I don't really understand, of course, because I'm technologically loser. And before he went to send it, he took a mental health day. Yay, I did this week too. I did Wednesday. So good for you, Steph. He looked and there was a spirit behind him on the picture that he could see. Like clear as day. Spirit. So he, I said, I thought, it went away after a minute. He said it does, but I screenshotted. So he showed me the picture and I actually showed it to my admins and it is kind of creepy because it is it's not at all spirit looking. It's literally like there's a woman behind him that's crying on like right behind his shoulder. I will post it onto our Facebook group and on my Instagram. I said to him, so do you want me to sage or something? And he's like, no, I see that stuff all the time. It's just was cool that I am able to show you guys this. I mean, this is, I just see this all the time. And I remember when he was younger, he would say, you know, that, what is that guy talking about? Like on the corner or something. And I'm like, there's nobody there, Joey. And he was like, really? There's nobody there? You don't see that? Well, it's hard stuff. It's funny. He was saying that because I said, well, that doesn't look like my grandma. Does it look like anybody else? Oh my God. When I saw that in the admin chat, I thought it was a TV on in the background. Yeah, he's not. Here's the thing. First of all, the TV was off and it wasn't behind him. He was on against the wall. And the TV is on the other side of the room, and there's no window to reflect anything behind him. I showed the admins last night when we were talking in admin chat. It's just a blank wall behind him from where he had taken the picture. So, yeah, I will post it for sure. But he said, hi, Leolyn and Willow Hawk and Be Young and Paris and everybody I've missed. Sorry. Yeah. He said, I said, it doesn't look like my grandma at all. And I'm like, what other woman would be in this house? You know, I mean, I know he gets visits because he can communicate and stuff, but, and he said, Mom, all the psych patients. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot about my grandma when I was a kid and when my mother was a kid. They lived in this house, and she took care, we called them the ladies, but she took care of a whole bunch of women from the psych center, and kind of older women usually. And so I'm sure that there's a whole bunch of psych patients. Now they weren't the worst of the worst, but they would have been in a psychiatric hospital had it not been for her. So, yes, hi, Joyous Dolphin. So it could be a 30-year-old grandmama. They look younger on this. Yes, absolutely. And I am well aware of that, but it didn't look anything like, I know what she looked like when she was younger because I have a ton of pictures, and it didn't look anything like what she would look like. So all these women though, hi, Wild Shadowmancer and Lisa. All these women though, would totally, I'm sure, come back here because my grandma was really good to all these women, and, you know, otherwise they would have been in the psych hospital. And, you know, she had them do chores and stuff around the house to earn their keep. And they, I used to love them. There were some that were they were all a little off, but, you know, I used to love all the ladies. And there was a couple that were really, really sweet. And there was a couple that were little goofy. Right? Yes, absolutely. Whoops. Wrong way, Jen. So I just thought that was super cool. And it is, talk about like very odd to get. Yes, actually, me or someone, Brenda, in our family has been in her home since 1947. I believe they bought the house. And so it's always been my grandparents, and then you know, my mother had 3 sisters, and they all kind of come back and forth. And so, and then all the ladies, and we all have kind of lived here on and off forever. And then my mother bought the house when my grandparents died. And so we rent the house from my mother, me, and, you know, my family and my aunt also. So really, really interesting. Do I think dogs stick around? Yes, absolutely. I think for sure that dog spirits stick around for sure. Hi, Be Young and Brenda, and right. Hi, Earthly Taurus. A lot of history. It is. Yes. You had experience with a cow. Aw, I love the cows. Yeah, absolutely. I think. Welcome, our of the closed. I see the cow. Ah, absolutely. So, I just thought that was really interesting, and I forgot to post it today because it was, my last day in hell, but at least I got through it. My dog passed last June when she was here with me. Ah, see, absolutely. I agree. I think animals, spirits, and dogs and everything absolutely come back and visit. There are definitely times that I know my Katie girl is around. Katie was a chow mix that we had when the kids were growing up, who I just called her Mama Bear. She was very protective of the kids, and she was always around them and all that. So it was great. So a couple things. The main topic for tonight, I wanted to just kind of talk about. I always try to take a peek when I'm not certain what I'm going to do at the file in the Facebook group that has suggestions of what you guys want to see from me. So one of the suggestions early on was stuff to do in everyday witch. Everyday life when you're a witch. What do you do? You're a witch. Now what do you do to practice every day? Not every day is a holiday. Not every day is a Sabbath. What do you do in your normal everyday life to connect to spirit, to, enhance your spirituality? And cats that jump on my bed. There you go. See, I can talk about ghosts and apparitions all day long. I know, me too. And that is one video. I need to get my equipment out. It must be downstairs again. I thought it was up here though. I need to get my ghost hunting equipment out, and I'll kind of show some of my ghost hunting equipment. We'll talk about in the old days when I did ghost hunting. I'll tell you some of the experiences that we had. Hi, Claire. But there's so many things that you can do every day. I think when you're first starting out, a lot of it is thinking about, right? Yay! I know. We'll do that. I'll try to do that soon. I know what's up here. I swear all that equipment stuff is up here. But when you first start out, it's kind of like, okay, oh, yes, please do, Steph. That'd be great. For sure. I'd love to see that. You kind of don't really know what to do with your spirituality. You're like, okay, I'm nature-based, I'm earth-based. I feel like I, can connect to spirit and nature. I feel like I can connect to gods and goddesses. What do I do with that every day? I'm not going to be on much longer. I have plans with my best friend. Oh, good. Well, that's okay, honey. Go have fun with your best friend. Squirrel ghost hunting store time, right? I know it. Absolutely. And so I thought I'd tell you some of the things that I do daily, and then we can kind of talk about, there's a million things that go on in my mama squirrel brain. So I have a million things that I have done before, but we can kind of shoot ideas off of each other, right? That's how we do with the tarot study. So I think it's a great idea to just talk about what are your thoughts on stuff too. So I'll just tell you some of my kind of daily ritual routine things that help me to kind of stay on a path anyway of spirituality, that enhance my spirituality on a daily basis. I will tell you that I wake up in the morning and I try. I'm going to tell you right now, it doesn't always happen because I am not a morning person. I have to, you're in Austin for work. Oh, no. Oh, absolutely, Dee Dee. And I will add your name to my Reiki basket. I have a couple to add today, so. Green. Dee Dee. Healing. You are in there, honey. So I'm not a great morning person. I definitely am a night person, but because, I live in this world of ours, I have to have a day job. And so when I get up in the morning, I try to leave myself. Hi, Dustin. How are you, honey? Yay, my topic. Oh, yay. This was your topic, Steph. I should pay more attention to who asked for it, but I'm terrible with that because I am Mama Squirrel. I went to send you some witchcraft mail. How do I obtain your address? Oh, it is. Are you part of our Facebook group yet, Jen? If not, message me on Facebook or on Instagram, and I can give it to you. I used to just give it out here because to me, I'm like, whatever, I don't care. What are they going to do? Like, come to my house, but all my squirrely protectors around here kind of have a fit when I do that. So if you're on our Facebook group, there's actually a file that we have for members' addresses if you want to share. Thank you, Ange. And there's our Facebook group right there. And right in the files there, I'm in one of the comments because I forgot to put my own in. And if not, you're welcome to message me and I'll give it to you anytime. So I try to wake up 15 minutes early before I have to get my shit together and really get up and move and all that kind of stuff. And my Insight Timer app is set for the morning. And I do just a 10-minute morning wake up kind of meditation. And the Insight Timer, again, you guys, I can't say enough. The Squirrel Sanctuary, right? I can't say enough how much if I do that. And I probably about 3 times a week don't press that snooze button late enough so that I can get in my morning meditation. I feel so much better when I can get that in. And that is, I keep saying it, but it's true. It is the most important way to connect yourself spiritually and to stay connected spiritually. It just is. It starts your day off on the right foot. It allows me to kind of get rid of any of the shit that I had in my dreams or from the day before that I'm still kind of carrying around. It just really, yes, it absolutely completely changes your craft because it's all about learning those connections, and meditation is the best way to learn how to connect to anything, Oh, walking around barefoot, absolutely all the time. So, burn incense daily, fountain running, yep, awesome, really, ring a bell, great. Goddess prayers written on mirrors, oh, I love it. I forgot to take my allergy meds. Damn it. I'm the president of my uni's community garden club. Awesome. I love that. We don't have enough non-winter here to have like a great garden, but I do have a decent garden anyways. Yep, Leland, I know you do for sure. So that's how I start if I can. I'll be honest with you, there are days, 2-3 days, sometimes a week that it doesn't happen like that. And so the next thing is a shower. So when you get in the shower, it's like one of those everyday things. I'm in the shower. You can make that witchy. And how do you do that? Because again, there's several things you can do. You can, usually I buy at the Dollar Tree, I buy 4 or 5 every time I go. The stocking socks, just the short ones. And I put herbs in there and I hang them around the shower hook, around the shower, where the water comes out, the faucet. Good. You go to your Nematon? I love it. Go to your Nematon in the morning. I love it. Hanging around the shower faucet. And then as that herbal smell is coming down, it reminds you, oh yeah, you know what? I can use this as a witchy thing too. So that herbal smell reminds me I'm going to get rid of what's no longer needed. So all of my stuff, my herbs that I have up in the shower head are always, it's eucalyptus. First of all, that clears out my allergies. It is some lavender. It is rosemary. I need rosemary. The more squirrely my brain gets, the more I use rosemary on a daily basis. It's lemon balm. It's my patchouli because I love my patchouli. You're either a patchouli lover or not. Right? It's Curtis soaps. There you go. Perfect. Earthy scents. And so as it, he has a shower ritual where he puts fresh eucalyptus around his shower head. Look at that. Perfect. I take the time to come up to in the morning. I do my meditation, my perfect. Ah, sorry, Gypsy. So, and as that's coming down through, you're thinking, I'm going to let all of this negative energy, anything that I'm hanging on to. You're drinking lavender now. I have patchouli oil. Awesome. Lavender and lavender lemonade. Not really. Usually I wait till Beltane because it's not really warm enough for lemonade around here. But I have a great recipe for lavender lemonade. That's so good. My oldest son can't wait to come home to get it at Beltane. It's always good to go in the astral mind and say, good morning. Yep, I'm drinking a bit of lavender. Perfect. Stuff. I had a whole space set up for it. After my surgery, stuff accumulated, right? Have you ever tried clary sage? Oh, I have not. No kidding. That's a great idea. Lavender white chocolate. Ooh, clary sage. I'm going to write that down because that's a great idea. I don't think I ever have used that for that. You don't put them in the shower head, honey. Remember I was saying when I go to the Dollar Tree, I get, they're just sock size. So they're just little, they're stockings, women's stockings. You just get just the sock size and you put all your herbs in there. Buy them new. It's only $1 at the Dollar Tree, really. I mean, you don't have to. You can use your used ones if you want, but ew. Just buy them new. They're really cheap. And we don't care if they get runs in them and stuff. So you put your herbs in there and you tie it around the shower head so that when the water turns on, it flows through those herbs before it gets to you. Hey, Papa Squirrel. Yay. Not till tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll celebrate. Clary sage. I'm writing that down. It's clary sage. I use rosemary so much for my memory, but that's a great idea. Great idea. And so as that herb's coming down, I'm thinking I'm going to wash away, let every negative thought, every negative thing I'm hanging on to wash right out of me. And as it goes down the drain, I'm allowing that release. So let it release, let it release, let it release. I mean, how easy is that? Just to, and like I said, this is what I'm talking about, this everyday kind of stuff that is stuff that you do normally anyways, but now you're going to connect it to your spirituality. You take a shower every day, release what you're holding on to that you don't need. My thing is always, well, I'm going to wash that gray right out of my hair, right? My thing is always, Goddess, I ask you to just let me release, let go of everything that is no longer needed. All the energy crap that I don't need, all the crap I'm hanging on to from yesterday, all the worries that I have over stuff that doesn't really matter, all that kind of stuff, let it go. As it runs down the drain, know that I'm releasing it for good. I don't need to pick it back up when I get out of the shower. It's done. It's just you, Papa Squirrel. At least I hope it's just you. So then what do? You get out of the shower, you get dressed. Well, guess what? Here comes another mindful spiritual thing. What kind of day do you want to have? Do you do color associations? There's all kinds of color associations. So whatever colors, and there's some written down all over. But I'm stirring my pasta sauce towards me to pull in nutrients and comfort. Yay, see? Perfect. Every little thing you can do mindfully and allow it to be a part of your spiritual practice. There's all kinds of color associations. Again, if you haven't looked at my Pinterest page, please do. There's so much in there. I really have spent years putting different boards in there If you look under BOS, which is Book of Shadows, correspondences, there's all kinds of color correspondences in there. So let's say you need a little boost of confidence today. You've got some kind of thing going on at work where you need to really step up for yourself. Well, go take a quick peek at the correspondences and say, what colors do they recommend for confidence? Or even better, yeah, you could get lost on that Pinterest page for days. That's true. Or even better, think of what color to you makes you feel confident. And put that color on someplace, even if it's just your underwear and nobody else can see it, guys. If you're wearing that color and you know you put that color on for an intent, that's going to help that day. That's going to help push that intent forward today. So, all right, so now we've gotten dressed. Jewelry can totally be about intent, right? I put on different jewelry all the time. Now I've taken it all off because I changed my clothes when I got home. After my hell day, it was like, get it off. But yeah, there's earrings with different stones in it. I have different necklaces that mean different things that have either different stones in it or, yep, chakra colored, yep. Or I have like a moon and sun necklace that was given to me, and that speaks about balance. Today I'm going to be balanced. I hear you, Silver, but you can go and look at my boards, which are all public. I say out loud before my job, I loathe spirit guides. I'm going to have a brilliant day with great tippers. So mote it be. See? Nail polish, makeup. There you go. There's two other ones. Great ones. Jewelry can be a more subtle way of coming out, right? You can use the Om symbol. A lot of people don't have any idea that the Om symbol has anything to do with nature-based spirituality or anything. Lots of people use the Om symbol as a symbol of peace and calm. Color in makeup is a great way to do it. Now, I'm really lazy, so I only put on eyeliner every morning. Oh no, Papa Squirrel, I'm sorry. You have an Om tattoo, perfect. With nail polish, I paint sigils sometimes on it. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You can put nail polish on. Now, I can't wear nail polish. Again, I keep doing this. That's my crazy life because I'm in healthcare. I'm not allowed to because it could create bacteria or some bullshit. But anyways, there's all kinds of stuff. Everything that you put on that day can have something to do with your spirituality. Let's say you need, you have an energy vampire at work that you know is an energy vampire and just cannot leave you the hell alone. Just every time you get around this person, it just is the way it is. I find I'm always reaching for my moss agate earrings when I have to do a stress to use water to sigil your body. That's exactly right. Sigils, for sure. You want to sigil yourself away from energy vampires? Awesome. See? I also, because I think I've showed you guys, I have all those bottles of crystal chips. I can't tell you how many times I've thought, oh yeah, there's this one girl at work that is constantly bugging me. I may need a little obsidian, teeny tiny little chip, and I put it in my pocket, and it will help to cut the cord from that energy vampire. Use an herb. You have a certain thing you need to focus. Put a little lavender herb in your shoe. There's all kinds of stuff that you can do on a daily basis, right? Everything that we do, if we do it with intention, can create more spirituality for us. I have a necklace with 3 small keys on it. Reminds me everything comes in 3: stars, moon, sun, triple goddess, and on and on. I find I see stages of life and things all day. Me too. The wheel of the year, I see that constantly. A wooden stake works well. Only for certain kinds of energy vampires, Stephen. So everything we do, if we do it with intent, That will enhance our spirituality. So we go to eat breakfast. If you eat breakfast in the morning, most of the time I don't eat breakfast in the morning because I just don't have the time. Otherwise, I'd have to get up even earlier, and I hate mornings. But if you're a person that eats breakfast, can you think of any way that you could eat breakfast with intent? Dee Dee, you are a sweet, sweet woman. Thank you, my dear. And yes, get some sleep. You are in my Reiki basket now. Go get some sleep and be healed, honey. Thank you so much. I also have a rear mirror charm in my car. Yep. Hi, Kay. You are too sweet, my love. I'm so glad you're here. Yes, happy Friday for sure. Okay. So, let me just make sure I don't have my internet on. I don't. Okay. It scared me because I thought everybody's complaining about buffering and stuff, but no. Yep, kitchen witchcraft. There's a ton. All right, Joyce Dolphin. Thanks, honey. There's a ton of things you can do with your breakfast. You can draw sigils in your cereal. You can add certain herbs to your eggs or your cereal even. Flax seeds do a ton of stuff spiritually. So you can add a couple flax seeds into your cereal. That creates intent. Cereal sigils, exactly. There's so many things that we can do. Everything that we do, if we do it with intent, is now a ritual, spiritual thing. You put patchouli in your oatmeal, good for you. YouTube didn't show that you were live. Hi, little dandelion. Haven't seen you in a while. Snap, crackle, sigil. That's right. Flaxseed in my smoothies. Love them. Usually a symbol appears by your name. Perfect. Exactly. So every single thing you do. Okay, so we've eaten breakfast now. There's all kinds of kitchen stuff, right? We can do that. We can... I've seen so many cool wands that are wooden spoons for people who do a lot of kitchen witchery. And they burn sigils on their wooden spoons. Coffee girl, there you go. Cinnamon in your coffee. There's all kinds of essential oils. You could put a couple drops of peppermint essential oil in there. It's all about the intent. Stop playing with your food. I'm not playing with my food. I'm creating sigils. Yes. That's right. Put some light incense around. Yep. Absolutely. For sure. As above, so below. Your inner thoughts become your outer. Yes. So about intent. So about intent. Okay. So you're getting your coat on, of course. Now for me, I have my weekly counsel. Every week I take 4 of my scullies with me. So my weekly counsel is always in my purse. When I get to work, I pull out my 4 scullies, and I can't tell you how many patients that I have that have said, hey, what is that? And that gives me a little bit of an opportunity to say, oh, well, I do Reiki and crystal healing, so I always have crystals with me, and but skulls, or they whatever. Absolutely. I didn't know you made them be young. That's awesome. I have seen some really gorgeous ones, and I wish I had the artistic talent, but everything, I do it for myself anyways because it's my intent and I want to do it. But everything that I do turns out looking like a kindergarten did it. But that's okay. Doesn't bother me none. Like I have burned my own wand. I've burned sigils on my own wand and on my own walking stick and all that kind of stuff. So, where was I? You are done eating. You get your coat on. Oh, so for me, I have my weekly counsel. So I set up crystals. I always make sure I have a crystal that I think I need in my pocket and one in each pocket. You get out to your car. Do you have stones and herbs in your car? Usually I have a mojo bag that's in the car that is for travel specifically. So there's stuff in my car. And that stuff, if it works, it works. That's right. That is stuff that is easy to hide. So if you're a witch that's in the closet still, make up a little mojo bag and put it in the little pocket in your door. Who the heck is going to look in there? And if they do and they see crystals and herbs, so what? You say, oh, somebody gave me that for protection when I travel. So what? William Jones is back. Hi, William Jones. Yay. I pull a crystal card each week. I'm working with hematite this week. Awesome. Awesome. I love it. Now, a lot of people, before they leave the house, they do their daily tarot draw. I usually wait till I get to work because I'm trying to do too much in the morning before I leave. But when I get to work, I do my daily tarot draw. And I keep drawers in my trunk for dirts and forage on the go. I love it. Every time I go on a trip, I have a big basket that is empty. They'll think it's the latest drug smuggling here. I've had cops actually ask me, what is that? And I'm like, oh, this is lemongrass and patchouli. You want some? I've actually had cops ask me about it. When I was a teenager, I had lavender and something else that had spilled on my passenger side on the floor. And this asshole cop in Fairport pulled us over because we were teenagers and my friends were smoking. They didn't have anything better to do. And he actually decided to search the car because he saw herbs on the floor. And I'm like, yeah, go ahead, you idiot. It's lavender and lemongrass. But anyways, kindergarten drawings are the best. They're still low with their inhibitions, right? Yeah, that's true. What can I use for work? I work with 3 bitchy nurses that get me really agitated and work with them 5 days a week. Okay, so I would recommend, I had one ask about the smell in my house. Well, don't forget, guys, I had the FBI at my house. And if you've seen any of my tours, there's no question that I am a witch. There is no hiding, my altars are set up all over. I literally had to say to them, damn it, Maddie. I had to say to them, yes, I had to stop my my video on my YouTube channel, and they were like, oh, what is it that that you do a YouTube channel? Oh, well, I'm a witch. So I think Amazon sent me a knockoff RWS deck. Really? I ordered one for a project I'm working on, and it has nothing US games on it and no copyright. You're kidding me. And Amazon sent it? Wow. Yes, I had. Oh, you weren't here yet, Papa Squirrel. You missed my FBI video. I was literally in the middle of a live, and I got a knock on the door. My son was like, I'm being called away. I will watch back later. It's a rescue mission for a friend. All right, good luck, honey. My son was like, yeah, Mom, the FBI is here. So I'm like, oh, sorry, gotta go, guys. Stopped it. And of course, everybody's going, what? What the hell? So, yeah, because apparently a terrorist tried to call my house and my cell phone last March. And even though I didn't pick up, they have to follow through on everything. So they were like, so do you have any contact with people abroad? And I'm like, yeah, a ton of them. I have a YouTube channel that I've had for 4 years. Then I had to explain what my YouTube channel is about. And then I had to talk about the fact that my son is in intelligence in the Navy, and he had to report the FBI contact to his supervisors. And anyways, hi, Sherry Bug. What was the question? Wait, I got squirrely. There was a question. Shit. There's a question. I have a plastic spoon and empty Ziploc baggies in my purse. You never know when you're going to. Yep, absolutely. For sure. What can I use for work? Okay, bitchy nurses. So I do recommend Obsidian, although I recommend that you use Obsidian that is not straight black Obsidian. That's just my recommendation. If it does not do this for you, it's fine. But Obsidian tends to be a little bit harsh, at least for me. Obsidian works so well that it's very abrupt. And to me, it needs, like I usually use snowflake or mahogany obsidian or rainbow obsidian or, yep, snowflake obsidian for sure. Yep. It just tempers it a little bit so it's not quite so cut and dry, shove you away from people and drop them on their asses. I've had and sometimes you need that, and so that's good. But just be aware that if things tend to be very very abrupt, then you may just need to temper it a little bit with a different kind of obsidian. Or the other thing is I would say rosemary. Again, rosemary. Rosemary is one of my favorites. I use it for so much. Rosemary helps with energy vampires because it helps you to focus on what you need to, and it distracts them. Lavender makes you feel better about yourself. And again, focus. ADD people are good with lavender. Yes, I carried it today because my boss's boss was at the store and we don't like each other. Absolutely, Leland. I have had some of those experiences where I will carry my obsidian arrowhead sometimes when I'm doing Reiki, like at a church or a Reiki healing event or something, so that I can abruptly cut off and move to the next, because sometimes it's hard to really cut that off completely when you're done. And also, I will tell you that Justin just did a video on energy vampires. If you take a look at his video, he had all kinds of great suggestions on there. Where were we? Getting roof estimates. Guys are looking at me weird. Yep. What do you think about weed with witchcraft? If it works for you, it works. I actually don't mind it at all. Here's the thing. I don't do it very often though. So like twice a year, 3 times a year, something like that. So it is not, I don't ever build up that tolerance where you have to do a lot of it to feel anything. And, obviously just be careful. Know what it does to you. I would like to make a space for protecting my fireman friends. Any herb or crystal or god or goddess suggestions? Firemen. Okay, so protection. There's lots of protection. I'm trying to think specifically for fire protection. What are they called? Sea urchin spines? Quills? Yeah, water-based stones. Absolutely. That's what I was trying to think of. Protection for in water-based stuff. They're sea urchin, I want to say spines, but that's not it. Squirrel brain. Okay. Like abalone, sure. These are, they're almost like, porcupine quills. They're kind of like that. They're long and they're from sea urchins, and spikes. Are they called spikes? What the hell? I have Google. Let me Google it. Love my brain sometimes. Sea urchin. Spines? Yes, spines. I was right. It is spines. Sea urchin spines. Thank you, Tina. They are really good for protection. And because they're from the sea, I would think that would work really well, against fire stuff. If you're looking for herb, rosemary. They're also poisonous and can give you an infection if you get pricked by one. Yeah, but when you get them, they're fossilized. You know what I'm talking about? I hate when I can't have my phone to show you that picture. But hold on. Sea urchin spines. Hold on. Images. Okay. Oh. All right. So here hopefully you can see. Let me make the image bigger. Okay. So see that when they're fossilized, they're not sharp anymore. So you get a bunch of them, and they're stoned by them because they're fossilized, and so they aren't sharp anymore. And they still work great for protection. And they're really cheap, too. Usually you can get them at metaphysical shops. What I pulled up was eBay. A dozen. You can get a dozen for $3.50 plus $4.50 shipping. So I was just saying you can use the poison element. Oh, yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Just dump the seashells, right? Yeah, I'll get there. Sorry, Jen. I'll get there. I promise. Excuse me. All right. So what else? You get to the car. So you have some stuff in your car that you have put together already. You get to work. You can do your daily draw. Now, my daily draw, I think I've talked about before. I always use 90% of the time. No problem, Sherry. 90% of the time, I use tarot and oracle. I use one tarot deck and one oracle deck together. Hi, Jericho. And yeah, totally lost it for a second, but I'm back. 3-card spread. So I do the same 3-card spread for every daily draw. For me, that's just what works. Mine is, what can I expect today? What should I watch out for today? And what can I look to help me get through the day? And I try to do it daily. I think it was Little Dandelion said, I try to remember to do it daily, but I don't always get to it. That's okay. I try to too, but there was 2 days this week that I didn't get to it because I was at the main office. Things get busy, and that's okay. But I try to get to it, and it's always funny to me how right on it is. Just like any tarot, when you pull it, it's always like, yep, that's so true. And so again, that's practice from your tarot. That is connecting spiritually. And I find that when I know kind of to start out with what kind of day it's going to be, then what cards do I get? I do water, sports, and marine engineering. William, aren't you 16? I'm just asking. I swore you were 16, but I might be wrong. Anyways, there's all kinds of water tarot decks if you want to get into tarot, William. Right. It's William. I was doubting Oracle and Tarot, but I started doing a daily pull with an Oracle deck, and I was amazed how accurate it was. I just love to find decks that work together. It's great to me because they clarify things. They give me an extra hint on, you're in college in your first year in England. I'm 17 in March. Yeah. An ocean-themed deck. Yep. I do that too ever since you did a reading for me with both Tarot and Oracle. Great. Great, great, great. I really like it that way. It always gives me a little bit of extra information, and I love to find decks that work really well together. That's always great. So at work, what can you do at work to set up a spiritual space, right? There's lots of things you can do. My Oracle and Tarot go well together and give me similar messages. I love that you did your own, little Dandelion. I just think that is awesome. And I love your Oracle deck. It's incredible. But anyways, I have a couple battery-powered candles. I think I've taken a couple pictures. Now I have the ability to kind of set something up at my front desk. So I have a little Buddha, and I have a little battery-powered candle because I can't, obviously, I'm in an office. I can't light a candle in an office. They'll get really ticked at me. Crystals and plants. Yep, absolutely. I created a board at work with all kinds of, really, Samson? That's the best you got? You thought all day about being your cool little troll self, and you came up with meh, meh, meh? That's pretty unoriginal. You don't have your ability to, I know, personalize your space. I know. Pretty unoriginal, William. Or I mean, not William, Samson. The electric ones are mainstream now. Yeah, absolutely. I create a little board, and I have little positive affirmations on this little board at work. So when I have one of those days or one of those patients that just drive me crazy or something, I'll just take a minute and go read some of my favorite quotes from my favorite books and some of these affirmations, that are like, hey, you fucking rock, or sit on the naughty slap like you did. That's right, William. That's right. So all kinds of stuff that you can do. If you can't have that stuff out at work, you can have crystals in your pockets. You can put on, there's an app actually that has Post-it notes that you can put onto your phone. And before I could do that at work, whoops, it randomly signed you out. Oh, we would never time out you, little dandelion. I found that spending time with a favorite crystal is helpful for sure, Justin. But if you put some affirmations that you really like on your Post-it notes, or just on your notes, or someplace in your phone that you have an app, then you have spiritual something to turn to on your phone. Which reminds me, your phone nowadays, you guys, oh my goodness, you guys are way better than this, than me at this, but your phone has a million trillion different spiritual apps that you can get to help you. Not only, I will say, again, I know, I feel like I work for Insight Timer. Bye, William. Thanks for coming, honey. I wish I got money from them, but I don't. Insight Timer, though, it reminds me to meditate. You can put in, I only have 5 minutes. I have 15 minutes. All that kind of stuff. And it gives you a million different guided meditations to go through. But there is a million. There's crystal apps that tell you what crystals do what. Don't forget, though, guys, what do I say? If it works for you, it works. And what does that mean with crystals? That means, again, my energy is going to be different from your energy. So my energy interacting with a crystal, which I can't believe it. I don't think I have any. Oh, here. This is, only joking, I'm staying. There's not much to do. This is my natural citrine. And so my energy is going to interact with natural citrine, or with unnatural citrine, same thing. I will say one to me is a little bit harsher than the other, but it's still metaphysically the same properties. It's going to interact differently than your energy. Your energy may do different things. And herbs, absolutely. So this is why I think it's ridiculous, just my own opinion, for other witches to tell you you shouldn't do anything for a year and a day. When you decide you want to be a witch, you have to study and do nothing. Don't pick up anything for a year and a day. That's bullshit. Because how are you going to know what works for you? You have to experiment with what works for you safely. I'm not saying experiment and, go try to draw down some demon that you don't know anything about. But you have to figure out how your energy works with stuff, because 99% of witchcraft is intent. And my intent needs to know how to interact with this crystal and what it does. That's why we start our books of shadows. This crystal, I'm writing in my book of shadows about crystals, and I'm going to say I worked for a week with citrine. What did I feel? I thought it gave me a little more energy. I felt a little sunnier on the days that I had it. This is what it did for me. That's why we have our book of shadows, is to write, this is what worked for me. So another 6 months down the road after I've worked with citrine, I'm thinking, what was it? There was a stone that really made me feel better when I was depressed. I'll tell little me not to go connecting with demons. Not demons that you don't know anything about. That's what I'm saying. Yes, exactly. You should go to the naughty step for using naughty words. I'm sorry, William. I'm sorry. But 6 months down the road, you can look back on your book of shadows and say, this is what worked for me. I love all the crystal books. I have all the crystal books. I have all the books. I love the books. The books are great. Thanks, Be Young. The books are great for giving you an idea of what could work, what works for other people. So when you first start out, you're kind of like, shit, I don't know what the hell to use. What should I use if I want to be happy about stuff? And so you kind of look that up and you say, okay, I'll start with this one. This worked for some people. Did it work that way for you? Maybe, maybe not. At least then it gives you an idea of what to start with, right? Okay. So again, you have to do it yourself. You have to do it yourself. And the reason you start a book of shadows is because if you're like me, a little squirrely, 6 months from now, you're not going to remember what spell you did 6 months ago that worked really freaking awesome when you were trying to do this thing. I know, which is why I was putting all the silly emojis. Yes, I know. So, now we are coming home from work. What else can we do? What do we do when we get home? We get home, we flop down in the chair. Hi, Shamara. I haven't seen you in a while, honey. How you doing? We flop down in the chair. We're kind of exhausted from work. We write your things down. Please do. I can't tell you how many times I have found, I use Post-it notes everywhere. I found little Post-it notes with a word written on them that I'm like, shit, what the hell did I mean that for? I don't know. Books, Thrift Books is a great app. There's a minimum of $10 on an order. Oh, I have whole videos on Thrift Books, Jen, but thank you. Absolutely, it's a great app. I used to get like 90% of my books from Thrift Books, but I have been doing a lot more searching in actual thrift stores lately. So probably since, I don't know, I bet you all winter. I don't think I've gotten one thrift book all winter. Is that right? Holy crap. I do too. I absolutely adore thrift books. What I really love is that you can put a little more intention into it when you rub my feet, honey. Yay, Amazon. I love it. What I really love is you can put stuff on your wish list and then it notifies you if it comes in. I love that. I love that. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten a book that is pretty rare because I put it on my list, and as soon as it comes in, it emails you and you're like, oh, quick, get it. Yes. So we get home. You can pull books out. Was working on the family tree album. That's awesome. Oh, that's so cool. I so want to, what do you guys think of? I'm sorry. I'm getting squirrely. I'm sorry. What do you guys think of, the DNA stuff that you send away and do your DNA? For searching thrift stores, oh, I have tons of. So, first of all, Jen, I usually like tell myself I'm going to be there for 2 hours. It's a creepy thing, really? You think it's creepy? I kind of am like, just don't commit a crime once you do it. Exactly. I'm not planning on committing anything too bad that I am really going to worry about it that much. If I'm that stupid that I'm going to commit a crime that they want my DNA for, that's okay. No problem, Jen. Shit. What was the question? Oh, good methods. Yes. Okay. So 2 hours. I plan to spend at least 2 hours. When I go to one thrift store, I'm like, okay, 2 hours. I've got to do 2 hours. That 23andMe, that's the one I want to do because they say that all women come down to one of three families, and it's 3 witch families. I got to look that up though. Anyways, plan to spend at least 2 hours because depending on what kind of thrift store you're going to, sometimes you have to, especially if it's Goodwill, you have to look because they kind of hide stuff. And if it has a witch, like the name witch in their name, half the time they'll throw it out. And they need maternal DNA analysis. Yeah. And when I go, you're 4,300. How many subs do I have? Isn't that terrible? I never know how many I have. I don't know. I know I was over 4,000, but don't pay attention to your subs. It doesn't matter. I find spiritual books every time I go. Every time I go, Erica. But I have to look. They're never in the spiritual section. Usually they're in like self-help because they are, if they don't have witch in the title, they don't realize that they're actually witchy books. So because I get so many witchy books, two things. One is Goodreads. Goodreads has, I have a wish list on Goodreads, and I put every book that I get on my Goodreads account because I don't remember when I get there and I find one. Do I have this or not? Sometimes I don't bother looking, then I end up with 2, but that's okay. Absolutely. And they won't carry witchy books on purpose, but they do it on accident because they don't realize that they're witchy books if they don't have witch in the title. They usually I find them under self-help, in the herb section, like where they do gardening and stuff like that. A lot of times you'll find great herbology books. You might be the youngest one here. There's a couple young people here though, William. It's never in a certain section. Yep. Absolutely. And I find it every time. You just have to search. It is really, I'm on my knees, which, oh my goodness, I can't believe Brad's not here. And I just said I was on my knees and Ashley's not here to back him up. Anyways, I'm on my knees looking through stuff underneath the shelves. I am, because everything, if you look at everything through witchy eyes, you find all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff all the time. Trying to see. Of course, I don't have a whole lot out right now. Okay. So I know I found this at a thrift store, and there was actually 3 of them. And I took them apart, because I don't use them in the wintertime like this. Of course, I don't have the other piece right here. Okay. So, but they're really boring. In thrift stores, they have all the time the plain glass bud vases. That they can be really pretty sometimes and stuff, but they're not colored or anything. They're just plain glass. So if you glue the top of that onto the plain glass bud vase, it becomes a cute little crystal mushroom for your fairy garden. everything. That's what I mean. Everything. If you look at everything through witchy eyes, you find all kinds of shit that you can use for witchy purposes that may not have been witchy to begin with, or it may have been and they just didn't get it. Cauldrons. I find cauldrons up the ass. Silver. Here we go, right here. Silver. Silver creamer. Has feet on it, so it's not going to burn whatever you put it on. Becomes a cauldron. It's a great cauldron. I use it as a cauldron all the time. Or glue the other way around to make a chalice. Perfect. Yep. What music do you listen to? I bet it's hardcore rap. Yeah, right, William. Hi, Donna. Hi, Dave. How are you, honey? I hoard glass jars. Yeah, I know it. Something about witches that we all love. Boxes, baskets, and jars and bottles, and absolutely. What else? Baskets. Baskets are great for all kinds of witchy stuff. Candle holders. If you find like, I know I got this one at a thrift shop and I use it intertwined. Sometimes I use it for candles and sometimes I put crystal spheres on it because it becomes a sphere holder. What else? Oh, look at, you know, in the like knick-knack session, there's all kinds of stuff in there. This is alabaster. I found an alabaster apple, and actually I have a green one too, but I don't think I have it up here right now. So this is an alabaster stone, and it happens to be an apple. So this is now a healing crystal. Glass bottles. Oh, I know. Said no witch ever, right? I never liked baskets till I became a witch. Absolutely. I have oodles of jars, candle holders. Yep. Every witch. Something about being a witch, boy. When you become a witch, you just have to have bottles, baskets, jars. Absolutely. How do you know that's alabaster? How do I know? I think I looked it up. Hold on, because of course I don't have my glasses on. Hold on. I gotta get my glasses out. There's a sticker on the bottom. Yep. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to, if I can get this to focus. Yep. See the sticker on the bottom? So as I'm sitting in the thrift store, I'm Googling. Okay, what is it? Google is my friend. And eBay, I look up a lot of stuff on eBay because you can look up what, you know, even when stuff has already sold, you can look it up. Candle holders. Gosh, there's just, I'll have to bring you downstairs. Oh, I found, Erica, I found a whole, plastic tackle box full of crystals one time. And it had Andara crystals in it. And fabric swatches for moho bags and tablecloths. Yes. Tablecloths make great. I don't know if I can do this. Make great altar cloths. This whole thing is fabric and tablecloths and curtains and whatever I found that I thought I could use for altars. Oh, a cauldron. A cauldron is easy. I bet you I have 20 cauldrons around here because I keep buying them. Anything with feet on it that's metal. Brass, silver, glass. Although with glass, you have to make sure that it's thick enough glass that it won't go through. Brass though. Look, I found a million brass one. This is thrift store and it's got like Chinese zodiac symbols all around it. Yep, cast iron. Yes. Love cast iron. So like placemats. Placemats work great for tarot cloths, for ashtrays. That's a good one. For little, portable altars. This is, I can't remember if this is a curtain or a bed sheet or something. This is a scarf that I use for an altar cloth all the time because it has feathers in it, and I'm a Libra, so air. Be careful with some kitchen herbs. Some can't be burnt because they're toxic. Yep, absolutely. Oh, I know. I love flea markets too. Love, love, love flea markets. Look at placemats. I get a lot of placemats too, because they're great for just when you're slinging cards. I grab a placemat all the time for work or for. Look at this is fabric. I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do with this one yet, but it's like Avengers, and I have Harry Potter fabric I found in here. I have, right? I have laundry baskets full of fabric and stuff that I have. That's why my house looks like a store though, guys, because I get this stuff thinking, okay, when I open up my store, I'm gonna, oh, I hope you receive it, Caroline. I hope I receive it soon too. I cannot think of an herb that is toxic if burnt. Yeah, I can't either. I can't either. But there's, oh, hold on. I see something. I still haven't done this yet, but I keep thinking I'm going to make a little Alice tarot area because I love Alice in Wonderland and I have like 3 or 4 different Alice decks. So when I decided I was going to make an Alice tarot area, I found this at Savers for $5. Which is little Alice figurines. Right? Have you ever been robbed? My dad's friend was camping and someone stole his tent while he was sleeping in it. No, I have not ever been robbed. I have 4 boys, though. I think people would be really stupid to come into my house with that intention. That would be not a smart move. I have 4 big boys. That would just not work out too well for them. Just saying. The show I'm working on right now is Alice in Wonderland. I played the Cheshire Cat. Aw, really? I love Alice. No one better steal tents during tarot stock. Right? Okay. All right. So let me finish up everyday witch stuff. Okay. I'm losing my train of thought. My squirreliness is coming through. So when you watch TV and stuff, there's all kinds of things. I usually have a deck in my hand when I'm watching TV. I shuffle my deck to get my energy into any new decks that I have that I'm planning on using. Oh, I love my savers. I know we shouldn't breathe. Yeah, sulfur, that's true. I know, I can't think of any either. No, I can't either. I'm sure there probably are some that's not great for you, but not too good in my home either to rob. I have boys and cameras, right? It just would be really a bad idea. And I'm telling you, like with my youngest son, I have to like announce when I'm going to the bathroom. Now his bedroom is next to the bathroom. So I have to announce because a couple times I was silly and 2 a.m, I'm getting up to pee and I did not say, hey, it's your mother. And he came out, he has machetes and stuff in his room like this big. So he came out with his machete and I'm like, it's just me. It's just me. Relax. Terrible. Who would rob a witch, right? Duh. Exactly. Yes, edging a new deck when you're sitting there, absolutely. Or shuffling a deck to get your intention in it. Burn a little sage. If you're cleaning your house, throw a little essential oil or rosemary into the bucket of mop water. That will energetically cleanse your house too. If you're cleaning down your wood, put a little lemon or orange oil in there too. Not only does it smell great, but it puts sunshiny thoughts into your furniture. There's so much that you can do every day. Just do everything you do with intent. Every day, do something. Think of something when you're about to do a project, when you're about to clean something in your laundry. I put lavender stuff in my laundry sometimes. All right, not a lot, because lavender, I don't know, something about it bugs me still. But patchouli, I do put patchouli in there. I put, what did we just, oh, my husband got this bar soap that we have a grater right by the wash machine, and it's patchouli and sandalwood, I think, and just put a couple shavings of the bar soap in there. It just helps with the intentions. Vacuumed yesterday, put baking soda, lavender, and rosemary. Perfect. Late cleaning bathroom sink with half a lemon. Yep. Cedar oil in my room. Perfect. Peppermint tea can be diluted. Rubbed on the doors for prosperity. I love it, you guys. See, you know what to do every day. Just everyday stuff. Do another meditation before you go to bed. For me, I do my meditation and I do my Reiki basket. So I pulled out, I know I've showed you guys my Reiki basket before. I pull out my Reiki basket with all the little intentions in it, and I do my long distance Reiki healing over everyone I've put in my basket. Every night before I go to bed. Cleaning products are great for intent. Now, this is the stuff that I can kind of think of when I'm stuck in the house, when it's nice out and you can actually be outside. Oh, I have all kinds of, like, a million new ideas for outside stuff. I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. I need to put my bare toes in the grass. So bad. So bad. I'm dying. I need to move someplace where I can do that more than 3 months out of the year. But any incense suggestions? Oh, yeah. Well, all right. So first of all, I know I've been saying this for a while, but I'm like addicted to this incense right now. It's Song of India, India Temple incense. And it is divine. I'm a patchouli lover, so I love everything patchouli. I can't wait. I know I've been planting my gardens because tarot stock is coming. I've been planning on, we're digging out a fire pit. There's so many, and there's stuff that I don't want to say because I want it to, be for when you guys come to tarot stock. Okay. So hopefully we all got some ideas. Oleander is toxic when burned. Thank you. I have heard that. I have. Okay, so let's talk really quickly about tarot stock. Just because I want to clear up a couple things. First of all, tarot stock is at my house. It is May 31st through June 6th. I live outside of Rochester, New York. You can, if you're flying, you can come into Rochester Airport. ROC is the three numbers. India Temple. Oh, gosh. I'm totally addicted to this stuff. I cannot use any other incense for the last 3 months. That's all I've been using. I cannot stop. It just is everything. As soon as I smell it, I'm like, okay, I can get through everything. It's okay. Just does that. It's just awesome. You can also fly into Buffalo or Syracuse. A lot of times Buffalo will have cheaper flights. And if we know we have people coming in, we will just do like a run to that airport. So it's outside. I'm addicted to buffalo. Chris Hunter, sure. Hold on. Any specific intention? What did I do with my pen? Which I had out right here. Like I literally just, oh, here it is. Oh, where'd it go? Chris Hunter. Any specific intention, honey, or just a general? So there's several things that you can do. If you need to have a bed, there are hotels that are close to us. I finally got the Jen, I just did the same thing with my fork. Really? I finally got the room rates for the, oh, Good Fortune. Gotcha. I finally got the room rates for, I got our group rate. Good Fortune. For the hotel, which is $80 for a single and $90 for a double. So you can always double up if you need a bed. If you do not need a bed, either you can bring your own tent, or I am actually getting a big, huge wedding tent that you can sleep under that. You can bring a cot. You can bring sleeping bags. Just make sure you bring something, because I'm not going to have enough blankets and sleeping bags and stuff for everybody. But I want to keep it as cheap as possible. So I have no problem with you sleeping in the yard here. I think it would be awesome. But I realize that not everyone can sleep on the ground. Not everyone has a cot or something. If you can't, you can use the couch, Justin. Not everyone can do that. But some people can. And if you want to save on money, that's the way to go. I don't mind at all. So I need to know though, coming up this weekend, I need to have an idea of how many people are coming, in general. An idea. I'm not saying you can't come last minute. If you figure it out and suddenly you're able to come, awesome. Come on down. But in general, I have to have a vague idea of how many people are coming. And I need to know, especially if you're coming and you need a hotel room. Because I need to let her know this week how many hotel rooms I should be putting in our group lot. Again, so if you think that you're really trying to work on it and you think you may be coming and you need a hotel, please try to let me know that, okay? The other thing is I really wanted to talk about, awesome, that's cool, no problem. I really wanted to talk about if you are driving and you have any room in your car. We've had a couple people that have said that they want to come. They really want to come, but they want to see if anybody will ride share with them. I think Janice from Georgia, I believe, has been asking if there's anybody that may be able to pick her up on the way up if you're coming from Florida or anything like that. And so I put a post up in the group talking about ride shares. Great. Awesome. Thank you, Simon. So the details are in the Facebook group. And I'm going to be posting a little bit more details, but it is May 31st. Now I'm doing what Maddie was doing. May 31st to June 6th. It is at my house. It's called Tarot Stock. We're going to be doing all kinds of, anyone coming by Montana, right? We're going to do all kinds of teaching classes. We're going to do drum circles at night. We're going to do, I believe I have my shaman coming. Maybe he might have one. I got to try to figure it out. We're going to go to flea markets and thrift stores around here and teach and learn how to look for witchy stuff at thrifting places. We are going to, Reiki. I'm going to be teaching a couple Reiki classes. I got lots of ideas. I have lots of people and resources that want to help. We're going to be teaching each other. And I hope you all can come. You all are invited. I'm not charging anything to actually come. If you're coming and you're coming with a tent, I'm not charging anything. Understand that we all have to eat. So I was thinking we could like pitch in for food and we'll all cook together and kind of do a dish to pass, or we'll figure out that way so that we can keep the cost for this down as much as possible. And yes, I will be doing live feeds as much as we can. I'm also speaking. I'm one of the presenters this year for the Tarathon, which is that weekend for Simon. Bring her along, Erica. Bring her along. I'm just saying. Hi, Red Man. So, I would love to have as many people as we can get here. I think it would be a great sharing experience. I think we all have things we can teach and learn together. And I think it would be a great time. So, try to let me know if you have an idea that you're coming and you may need a hotel room, especially because I need to let the hotel chick know how many rooms I want to block off approximately anyways. And understand that if you're going to use our discount, which is a pretty good discount actually. I mean, it's $80 a night for a single, $90 a night for a double. So if you, pitch in with somebody else, then it's $45 a night. But if you're going to do that, you only have until April 30th to book the room, because they'll hold our group of rooms until April 30th, and then they release them back into the general population. But I need to know how many to have them block off for us. If somebody said something about kids, bring them along if you think that they would benefit. Obviously, if your kids are not comfortable with people and all that kind of thing, I get that. But I don't mind you bringing them with you. I used to bring my 4 boys everywhere I went, and that's how they learned how to, be that. They just are. But that's up to you. Yes, I'm definitely going to do this every year. For sure. So plan on it next year. We'll see how May 31st goes. We may switch up the time if it turns out that it was a little bit too cold or a little bit too warm or a little bit too wet or a little bit whatever. We may switch it up. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes this year. All right. Is there any way to personally send you messages and talk to you? Yes, absolutely. Please do. I am on Facebook under Jennifer Willowind Storelli, Storelli, if you're on Facebook. I think I'm on the same thing on Instagram. If you go to my homepage, most of my links are in there. On the group, Farah, are you on the Facebook group? No. Are you on Facebook? Or are you not a Facebook person? If you're on Facebook, not a Facebook. Okay. Email. My email is Jen, JenStorelli @gmail. You are welcome to email me. Please put something on there because I'm terrible with my emails, guys. I try to remember to check them. But I put something put in the subject line tarot stock or something in big letters so that I pay attention, because it may get lost in there for a couple days if I don't see that. But yes, absolutely. All right. Yay. And you guys are just great. You can email me. That's all right, Farah. If you put in big letters tarot stock or hey Jen, it's from YouTube or something, I'll get it. I just don't, I'm kind of bad with clearing them out. So they tend to build up a little, but I will make sure I check it for the next couple days at least. All right. I'll just be watching the streams, IG. Oof. Beautiful. Erica, you guys are what feed me. So I appreciate the thought. But really, my spirituality is fed from you guys. So I thank you all for being here, because I'm nothing without you guys. That's why I'm here. Tomorrow is my big celebration of 4 years. I can't believe I've been on YouTube tomorrow for 4 years. So I'm going to kind of recreate the first video at first. And I got a couple other ideas of some things I can do. Yay! Thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it, you guys. I really do. Tonight, I believe, is Dave still here? Oh, no, William. Dave and Maddie should be going on at 9:30, I believe, for his popcorn party. And that is on Maddie's channel still, I think, on Conjurer's Table. So look for them to be on in a half an hour at 9:30 on Conjurer's Table. Thank you. Yay. And I hope you guys have a great night, and yay for Friday. Whew, thank goodness for Friday. Blessings, guys. I love y'all.